Hello, my name is Elliot Soloway. I'm with GoKnow. 9 years ago we started GoKnow on the Palm Pilots because we believe then, as we believe now, that every child in America is going to have in the palm of their hand a small, low-cost, internet-connected device. Now, 9 years ago the Palm Pilots were a tad iffy, but we're now working with the wireless carriers, and they are providing handsets and ubiquitous networks that make people connected everywhere. I'm going to make a prediction. Within 5 years, every child in every grade in every school in America will be using an MLD, a mobile learning device, 24/7. That's a big prediction, but you can take it to the bank. Now why? I know that 99% of the schools today ban these things. So how could you make a prediction? Why? Because mobile technologies are rolling over the world. If you think about it, mobile technologies are bigger than the internet. Now, how could that be? Well, the internet is a roadway, and if you don't have a car, the roadway doesn't matter. Mobile technologies are the cars for the internet roadway. There are 7 billion people on the planet. There's about 4 billion phones, cell phones. These devices are giving people voice who never had voice before. They're connecting people. Why is this going to roll over? It's big. It's the biggest technology adoption ever. It's going faster than any other technology adoption. So I stand by this prediction. 5 years, every child, every grade, every school in America will have one of these devices. And if you look at the pictures of the kids know this. They're already using these devices. Julie Evans runs a group called Speak Up Day, and she surveys over 400,000 parents, teachers, and children every year. And from her data, she says, technology is essential to the students' lives. And that technology is the cell phone. But it's outside of school. And the kids say, when I come to the school door, I have to, quote, power down my brain and go back in time. And we give the kids paper and pencil, and we wonder why they're bored. They're bored in school. Because they're used to the interactivity, the working, the talking, the moving. And we give them paper and pencil. When I was coming up, paper and pencil was cool. It was good. It's not for these kids. It's not for the kids these days. We need to use the tools that they use outside of school, inside of school. Now, let's take some look at some pictures where we are actually doing that. We're using mobile learning devices one-to-one with the students. Upper left is Keller, Texas. These two young folks are going around the school building looking for the room which has the largest floor area. They got a tape measure, and they're doing 21st century skills. Look, teamwork, collaboration, they're working together. Children on the right, St. Mary's, Ohio. And you can see in this classroom, they're using the devices. People ask me, well, what do the kids do with the phones in the classroom? They do school. They do school. Look, they're using their pencils, their papers, but the hub of all their activity is this device. They use this device 50, 60, 70% of the school day. Everything goes into this device. This is essential to their learning. It's not supplemental to their learning. And the bottom one shows the kids after school, because they use them at home too. They take them home. And you get nervous. The kid's sitting on a jungle gym. He's going to fall off. No, he's not going to fall off. He's not going to drop the phone. This is Garnersville, New York. And Sue Tomko is the technology director there. Last year she spent $5,000 on insurance to protect these devices. She was worried. This year she said, I don't need to do that. We lost 2 styluses last year out of 80 devices. If a child comes to school and the device isn't charged up, teacher gives them a pencil, gives them a piece of paper, and says, that's your new MLD. They do it once. They remember. They protect these devices because they know this is their essential tool for learning. Now, what does GoKnow do? What do the wireless carriers do? Wireless carriers provide the handset, and they provide the ubiquitous network. GoKnow provides 2 things. We provide the software, the educational software that goes on this device, and we provide the professional development that helps the teachers understand how to use this device, and we help the schools roll this out into the classroom. If you take a look at the screen that's visible now, that is the Mobile Learning Environment, MLE. We've been working on MLE for over 9 years. We started in the old Palm Pilot days, and we've been honing it based on teacher feedback. Those rectangles we call tiles, and the tiles are either teacher-provided activities, resources, or they're student activities. If you tap on the upper leftmost tile, the window opens up that you see on the right, and that is a lesson that the teacher created. This happens to be a lesson on the water cycle. I love the water cycle, I use it. So this is a lesson. The kids see all the different activities. When the students tap in the upper rightmost corner, that window goes away and the kid comes back to the lesson. The students are always anchored at the lesson. They always know where they are. Teachers tell us the kids become autonomous learners. Why? Because they have in front of them their lesson. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. And they can start with a spreadsheet, they can start with a concept map, they can start with an animation. They have multiple entry points. It appeals to different learners, different styles of learning. They're going to do all the activities, but they start where they feel comfortable. Now, if every student has one of these devices, they're going to generate hundreds and hundreds of documents. You need a learning management system. GoKnow has one. It's called the Classroom Manager, and we host it on our server farm in Dallas. And when the students hit the Go Sync button, it takes everything on this device and over the wireless network, sends it up, and goes to our web server, and the teachers then will sit at the home with their laptop and log in at night. And they'll bring up a browser and they'll log into the Classroom Manager and they'll see what the kids created on this device. They'll see on their bigger screen on their laptop. You know, we're bifocal generation. It's a little hard to see this screen, right? And the teachers, many of them prefer the bigger screen. But I'll tell you, many of the teachers create lessons and do their work totally on this little device because they feel comfortable with the device. So we have a Classroom Manager which helps manage, and what the teachers can do is actually write on the students' documents. The teacher gives them feedback and sends it back. Can't do that in Moodle, can't do that in Blackboard. Teachers requested that, and so we built it. We're rolling it out, and the teachers love it. Well, the proof's in the pudding. If you look at what the kids are doing, whether it be St. Mary's, Ohio, whether it be Katy, Texas, whether it be Toms River, New Jersey, you're seeing 10, 20, 30% improvement in test scores. That's pretty amazing to get that kind of improvement. And you say, well, why? And the reason is, where's the magic? There's no magic. It's increased time on task. The children, the students, the youth enjoy doing their work on these devices. So they spend more time doing their work. And if you spend more time doing your schoolwork, your test scores improve. Surprise? No surprise there. Mike Sitta, who is now the principal at a school in Toms River, said, a father told him that they were taking the boys to the football game, the Giants game, and the two boys were sitting in the backseat being quiet. Father turns around and says, "What are you guys doing?" And one of the boys pipes up, "We're doing our homework." They're doing their homework, going to a Giants game in the backseat. Why? Because they have this device. They have it in their hands. The network is ubiquitous. They can send their work. This is the future. So let's wind up and let's say the following. You've done enough pilots, folks. You've tried enough different things, electronic whiteboards, and you've got laptops, and it really hasn't moved the needle. This moves the needle. You put one of these in every child's hand, and whether it be elementary school, middle school, or high school, they want these devices. They want portability. Portability trumps everything. Put them in their pocket, take them out, do their work, instant on. Call us, we will work with you. We'll do a pilot with you, we'll start with you, you'll see the benefits, and then you'll start to scale. This is E-ratable, so you can offload the cost to E-rate. Every child, every youth in your school will have one of these devices. I stand by the prediction. 5 years, every child, every grade, every school in America will be doing this. You need to start this now, get the benefits of it now, be on the right side of the 21st century. Use mobile learning with every one of your students. Call us, we'll work with you. Thank you very much.